So hello everybody, welcome back. I hope that you like this series. You might want to watch it from the beginning so that it makes sense. I do have a lot of information about food because food is one of those things that is never about actual food. So, having said that, I wanted to mention several things today about this topic. So anyway, grab your coffee, and if you wanted to share one with me, links for that down below. And if you wanted to take a look at my books, links for that down below. So right now, I'm going to tell you about peppers. Um, Sweet peppers, not a spicy, hot kind of peppers. I do mean like sweet peppers. So I'm going to share a recipe that we have here because I have been asked several times to talk about recipes and stuff like that. Um, yeah, like I said, this one I do this one because it's easy and not too expensive either. So I'm going to show you. So first thing that you do is that you take the pepper and then you put it in a small grill and you roast it with directly towards the fire. um, there are several things that you can do with fire directly on the grill, or sometimes you can do this a little bit different, because there will be people that will put this directly onto the stove, as in you turn on the stove and you don't even use a grill. There is people that do that. We use a grill, and sometimes we won't do that. So the whole point about this pepper is that again, this one is red. We actually use red a lot. There are people that will use red, green, and sometimes yellow. By the way, the yellow peppers is something that you will probably not be able to find, because the ones that you're probably going to be find are red and green. The yellow one is it's kind of a special, so it's going to be very difficult to find. Um, but you can do it in every color, and the whole point is that it gets this thing, this black thing. And after it is done like that, you take it with your hands. You're not supposed to cut it. And by the way, it will drop liquid. So you grab it, you let it cool a little bit, and then as soon as you grabbed it, it will drop a little bit of liquid. So you put it in a place with the liquid. The liquid is quite important to get, okay? And then with your hand, you're going to remove these. Again, do not use a knife or anything like that. Just peel it very gentle. And then it's going to look like that. By the way, you do not remove the seeds, you don't remove anything. And this is the amount of liquid that it will get. It will look like a steak. That is the black thing. And then, you can remove the main seeds, but not all of them, okay? Because if you remove all of them, you will lose part of the flavor. And you do not want to touch it too much either. So after it is done like this, you take it, you let the liquid there, you take it, you kind of strain it a little bit, and then you cut it into very small pieces. And then you can use that one with garlic, mushrooms, olive oil, and a lot of other things that you think they will taste good with this pepper. By the way, you want to taste this pepper just in case, so that you know what to add it with. There will be people that will prepare it alone with just a little bit of spices. There will be people that will add it to salads. There will be people that will use a liquid for several things. So you cut it and then you taste it. The whole point is that you put it in a jar and you can then seal it, vapor seal it, like you will seal any other jar. And this thing is extremely valuable. Roughly, let's say about, I don't know, let's say 8 big peppers, will make you enough for about a jar, a small jar. But here's the deal. When you cut it like that, and then you add the olive oil and the garlic or something like that, it is used in parties to just eat it with bread or toppings, as in, rice toppings and stuff, is very, very, very good in terms of flavor, but it takes a lot of time to do it. Because doing that thing, that black thing, it can take a while, and then you have to be aware, because if you overdo it, then it will cook entirely, and if it cooks entirely, then yeah. The whole point is that this thing, you can see that it's kind of like you just roast it a little bit, and like I said, 8 of this thing will make a small jar, so it's valuable. And this one is also being sold, depending upon the colors and the mixtures and stuff, is being sold, in supermarkets, and it is very expensive. But it's one way to preserve peppers, and at the same time, it tastes very good. So again, you taste it, and then you add the spices according to what you think it will work. And speaking about peppers, I'm going to talk to you right now about how to choose the proper peppers. So here we go. You take the peppers, and then you look in the bottom of the pepper. So you take it down. Now, there are 2 types of peppers. The ones that have three valves, and the ones that have 4 valves. Of course, they are not male or female, but we call them like that. It's not because they actually have a gender, it's just how we identify them. So the one that have 4, we call them female. And the one that have 3, we call them male. They have different flavors. They will be the same vegetable or fruit thing, but they have different flavors. So the ones that are female have more seeds, and they are a little bit more sweet, which means that they are better for eating raw, okay? Better for eating raw, which is why I told you, when you are putting together this thing and you cook it like the way that I just showed you, it will taste different, the one that is male versus the one that is female, which is why, you might need to, and there are people that will prepare them separately, and then they will add them differently, I don't know, but like I said, different colors, different things. So if you have a taste, a very exquisite kind of a taste, your tongue is very sensitive, then you will see. Now, the ones that are male are better for cooking because they have different flavor. Again, there might be a little bit more acid or more salty or something like that. I don't know how to describe that flavor. But the whole point is that you may also want to print or understand how to pick avocados by, because fruits most of the times you want to touch, but there are fruits that you will touch and you will not know if they are good or not or whatever, so they can be recognized by the top. If you have the top by color, you will be able to tell whether they are ripe or not because of the top. Like if you take the top out, you will be seeing different colors on the top. Most of the times, the fruits and vegetables you can pick because of that bottom, and that bottom on the shape, or in terms of the top, so that you know the color. This is why women will be better at this, because we can see 20 different kinds of browns. Men will be kind of like, yeah, it's okay, So these things, it's important to understand how to make them ripe, because sometimes vegetables will be green, and you need we usually use paper, and then we wrap them a lot of vegetables and fruit so that they can be ripe, and then every day we just peel up the newspapers, and then you can be able to see it, like avocados, mangoes, and bananas and stuff like that. And you may also, need to understand how to do this one, because, and here is why. Let's say that there is a huge storm, and you have a mango tree. So the huge storm just took down all of your mangoes, and they are green. And so now you're screwed, because all of the mangoes, you don't know what to do with them. Now, certain green fruits and vegetables, if you eat them green, they will be poison. So you need to understand this one. Some of them will be poison, especially if they are exotic. So you need to understand that one. If you eat something that is too green, it will be poison. It will be poison, very likely. If, however, is kind of green, like mangoes, green mangoes, they will have a lot of pectin. And pectin is very expensive. Is also very, very valuable when you're cooking. When you're cooking and when you're preserving other things and when you're trying to put together several things that do not match in terms of texture. So what puts them together is kind of like glue. So you need to understand how to make pectin. And how to be able to understand this is by the color and the touch of the fruits. And different fruits will have different kinds of pectins. The ones that I have in my garden, the ones that are huge, like the huge passion fruit thing, they are filled with pectin, but this one is neutral kind of pectin, which makes it even more valuable, which is why you will never see it in the stores, because the industry actually needs this one, because it will add the glue with absolutely no change in the flavor of anything. And what gives them the flavor is the actual seeds, which are edible. And you need to understand how certain fruits will have seeds, that the seeds are edible. Not everybody will understand that seeds are edible. Like papaya seeds are edible, and they are medicinal. Some of them might be medicinal, but they are acidic in terms of the taste, and so not a lot of people will be able to use them. So the best thing that you can do about this one is either get a book that is a grandma's kind of recipe thing for handling this, or going to a website and then print a lot of tips, as in how to pick the right pepper, how to pick the right onions, how to pick the right I don't know, whatever it is that you use all the time, tomatoes and stuff like that. And you want to learn how to cook them so that you can peel them, because most of the times you want to be able to peel them, like tomatoes without peel, but the ones that you can cook and then you peel them all together, they are also very expensive, because it is very valuable. Try to imagine, a tomato that is soft and is cooked, and yet you can grab it like if it was a fruit, and then you can, cut it, or you can do a lot of things with that. And so, these things are expensive because they don't have the peeling. And in fact, there are machines, manual, analog machines, that in which you put a fruit and then you pull the lever, and then the peel will be out in special shapes like hearts or stars or whatever, and the peeling will be used in a lot of desserts and a lot of cooking, because you can actually eat it, but at the same time it's hard enough so that they can withstand the thing, and then you can even make fruit salads and stuff. In fact, there are people that specialize in making business out of this, so they will be like making shapes with fruits and flowers, and they will be edible, and then they will bring it to your house, and instead of you getting a bouquet filled with flowers, you get a bouquet filled with fruits that look like flowers, and vice versa, and it's all edible, and it will have some of them will have chocolate, some of them will have fruit things that are made with pectin. The ones that are like that, oh my God, it's like you tasting heaven and things like that. So all of these things are very, very, very important. And they will help you, because that way you will be able to maintain certain sanity in terms of food. So anyway, I gotta go. Thank you for watching. See you again soon.